Since you have so many poetry readers and participants, why don't you lead a world peace movement with this group, and we may resolve some problems around the world?
Ask the question again. I want to really understand it.
I said so many readers and so many participants in this ModPo course.
Yes.
You should lead a world peace movement with these people to solve some problems around the world.
I thought that's what you said. Julia, please answer this. I love you, Moshe. This is you're really throwing it on us here. Should we, Julia? Serious question, all right? And I'll go to Allie too with this. Should we do something for real? Should we have a real effect, or should we just sit around talking about poems?
I would like to believe, and I do believe, that what we're doing does have a real effect, because we're changing the way people look at language, and we're surrounded by language everywhere. We're surrounded by language every time we pick up a form to fill out for some kind of paperwork in our lives. We are surrounded by language when we talk to our kids or our friends or our families or people we work with. And I think what we're doing in ModPo, works everywhere. So I think of it as a kind of peace movement.
I kind of wish that John Knight was still on the phone.
Any computer class or something like that.
Allie, your thought on this? Did you hear what Moshe was suggesting?
Yeah. It's so hard when you start to think about affecting real change, whatever that is, especially in the arts, I think. I think one of the conflicts just of the ages has been, what does art actually do? And how much of a real tangible effect can it actually have in changing the world in times of crisis? And whenever I get too wrapped up in this, I just kind of think of the phrase, just one act of kindness makes a difference. And I think looking at poetry, I think it works in the same way, because just getting one person to, expand the way that they think and the way that they communicate with others, it's baby steps, but I think that's extremely important. And if it changes one life, then you're doing an awesome thing.
Moshe, I just want to say two things really quickly, and then we'll say goodbye to you. First, I'm always heartened. Maybe I emphasize this too much. Some people, they haven't said this, but I'm sure some people feel this. I get a little smushy and emotional at these webcasts because I'm stunned by the people all over the world who care about each other and who come together with a common interest in poetry, but also the topics that poetry raises. But it's also the case that when some ModPo person needs help or needs some ideas or needs a ride, or right, that people they want to do this. There's an incredible kindness in the human beings when they realize international cooperation is the only method you can do. And the other point I want to make is this, that I believe that by spreading teaching, the teaching response, by having Jamie stay up late after a day at the University of Pennsylvania Press where she's doing, I think, marketing or something. No. Translation. I was wrong about that. Then she comes and well after 10 o'clock, she's sitting here being brilliant about race and form, poetic form. I didn't do that. She did. All I did is kind of convene it. And, I was the fancy faculty guy who got permission to run a MOOC. But the work is being done by, the Jeremy Dixons who come from Wales and hang around Philadelphia and turn us all on to things in Philly we didn't even know were there. And you, Moshe, appropriately, you didn't criticize me. You pointed out to me that in this week of videos, I was a little impatient with the TAs. They don't even remember it. because they were just so happy to be done with it. But yeah, and I was a little impatient, and you can be sure I'm not that impatient in subsequent weeks. But that's where I'm at my worst. I'm at my best when I decenter the teacher so that a lot of other people are doing the work. That is the pedagogy that has to go along with the MOOC, and that's got to be some minor form of a peace movement. Because when we teach, we learn better.
True.
So, Moshe, bless you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, and I salute you all.
All right, take care.